he said it because of his wet blanket energy.
Unhinged. That's actually unhinged.
All right, guys, we have Leslie Fhima back on the pod. You know her from The Golden Bachelor and most recently Bachelor in Paradise. Leslie, welcome back to She's All Batch.
I love being here.
Oh, I love hearing you say that.
My
I'm
two
so
favorite
happy.
girls. You know, I love you guys. We go way back.
We go way back.
Way back to the Petit Hermitage when I
I
ran
know.
into you
So
after
random.
Gary's finale. So random. I know.
That was the highlight of my weekend.
Honestly,
Meeting you.
highlight of my week too. And what a nice bit of fate because I wasn't able to do the recap with Stephanie for the finale because I had to be in LA. And then the
I
fact
know.
that
Yeah.
I ran into you and that spiraled this whole connection is beautiful.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
What a time it's been.
What
So
a
you
time.
just got off Bachelor in Paradise.
Yes.
Overall, can you just tell us how that experience was? When did you decide you were going to go back to reality TV? Just
Well, you kind of don't decide you're going to go back. They decide for you. I mean, if they ask you and you know it's something you want to do, then I'm going. And this is something I really wanted to do. I was really excited to do Bachelor in Paradise. You know, I'm a fan of the show. I'm a fan of all the shows, but I knew that it was going to be just so different than Golden Bachelor. I knew that it was going to be so much less stressful and you know, I just was really excited. I was really excited when they asked me. I didn't hesitate for a second. I'm like, yeah, I'm there. And it was great. I had a fantastic experience, so much fun. Yeah, I can't even explain how much fun I had.
That's great. Did you find that it was less stressful than
Oh
Golden
yeah. Yeah.
Bachelor? Okay.
Much, 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 yes. You're not vying to be seen or heard or you didn't it's like, you know, on Golden Bachelor, it's like, am I gonna talk to him? Is he gonna talk to me? Is he gonna, you know, what you're trying to get through 20 some girls, you know?
right.
And here it was just it was just very easy. It was like being on vacation really. And we didn't know like if there were how many guys there was gonna be, you know, we just didn't know anything. So I was like, I'm just rolling with it.
And you
Yeah.
were announced as one of the first cast members of the
Yeah.
season. You and the other Golden Gary were the
Yeah.
two that they announced as the Goldens are coming to the beach.
I
I
know.
find it interesting because you ended up kind of low key dating Gary on the show. Did you have feelings for him when you were first kind of doing the press tour for Paradise?
No, it was just that one day. It was Grant's finale, and we met in the green room, and his daughter was with them, and she's a doll, Kelsey. I just loved her, and
Mhm.
we so the three of us were really back there for you know a good couple hours, and then other people were coming and going, and I met Zoe, and then I met Latia, you know, how it is in a green room, and people are
Yeah.
coming and going, so it's not like we even talked that much,
Okay.
and. You know, we talked with you know, how excited we were and all that stuff. And, you know, he asked me where I'm from and all that stuff. But we didn't talk or text or anything after that. I think maybe we DM'd each other, oh my God, we have 1 week, you know, we can't, I'll see you in a week on the beach kind
Yeah.
of thing. But it was just really not, no. I mean, I thought, you know, he's gonna find somebody, I'm gonna find some. I just didn't
Right.
know we were gonna end up kind of like that. You know, I had no idea.
So when did that kind of change for you, where you were starting to maybe consider him in more of a romantic way?
Well, he gave me the rose, and then it turned into the game. So it was like we were
So you were
together,
kind of
and
locked in.
yeah, we were locked in, and we at that point we knew that no other people were coming down to the beach. And I mean, but I really, I mean, we had such a good time on our date. I can't say that I felt like right away romantic towards them, but I definitely had feelings after our date, you know, and we were just, I don't know what kind of feelings they were. They were just mutual like feelings maybe, but
Mhm.
he was just so sweet and we had like literally totally like authentically a great time on our date and we just had fun. We just laughed a lot. Yeah.
Who were you hoping to see on the beach? I feel like I know
That was going to be my
one
question too. I'm so
because
curious.
do you remember we talked about the whole story with You and that, you could say it if you want, from Joan's
No,
season.
go ahead.
Should I say
You
it?
say it.
Was it
Go ahead.
Jordan from Joan's season?
Yeah,
Didn't you hang with him?
I did. I hung with Jordan at a soccer game in LA and we had a great time. And I'm going to be honest, I really like Jordan, but he got a girlfriend kind of fast.
Okay.
So that was the end of that. So
Was there a potential that he might go to Paradise, or did you guys talk about that at all?
well, I did talk to him about it, but he had just started a new job and I think it was
Okay.
really hard for him to go. And I suppose having the girlfriend, probably, wasn't the best thing for him to go if he has a girlfriend. But
Oh, well,
there's that.
You know what? People haven't been stopped by that before on this show.
Well, that's
so you
true.
never know.
And I'm like, I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but if he came to Paradise, I'd be like, we're locked in, Jordan. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We're good friends. We're really good friends. He's a doll and we're good friends. So it's all cool.
yeah, you missed out, Jordan. But would you give Paradise a second shot next summer if they invited you back?
If I'm not dating anybody.
Right, of course.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. Of course I'd go back, but it's like, that's a whole like little less than a year away and I'm hoping I find somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
No, I'm sure.
yeah. But I suppose that, obviously if I'm not dating anyone, sure. But I don't know if, again, there's not going to be any guys because now there's going to be more girls.
Yeah.
And there's still not going to be guys.
There were
So-
barely guys this season. We've said
I
that all
know.
season. We're like, there's like 3 guys for all of you to choose from.
Mhm,
It
mhm.
felt like unfair almost.
It was unfair. I think what happened was a lot of those guys got girlfriends or are
Okay.
in a relationship or whatever. And then B, we thought they were going to bring guys down that maybe apply to be on Bachelorette, Golden Bachelorette, but didn't quite make the cut.
Oh,
Like,
that would have been interesting.
because I'm sure, like our show, I know we had 30,000 people apply to be on Golden Bachelor. So
Yeah.
I assumed that they had a lot of guys apply to be on that show. So I thought, oh, they already have a grouping of guys,
For sure.
So we thought that's what was going to happen. It didn't happen.
Yeah, because
though.
did they even ever bring down? I guess Gary came down with the date card, but then after that, no
was it.
other men were brought down.
No, he was the last one.
Yeah, I feel like the Goldens kind of got the short end of the stick in that sense. Even just the fact that you guys entered later. Why do you think they
Yeah.
did that? I was like so frustrated. I'm like, when are the Goldens coming? Like,
I
let's
know.
go.
Everybody's asking me. I'm like, third episode. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
why they, who knows? They probably wanted it. I feel, and I kind of said this before. I feel like the youngins were the cake and we were a little bit of the icing, but it was really their show. That's how I feel, kind of.
That's kind of how it turned out to be, but like
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily what us as viewers wanted. I loved
No.
seeing you guys
Yeah.
on screen, and I really wish we got more of that, because then especially once it became the competition aspect, like very quickly, the Goldens one by one were let go until it was, just Kathy
Yeah.
and Keith there.
know.
And I liked seeing the dynamic of the older and younger people. So yeah, I don't know why they chose to do that.
I know. And I was like, to be honest with you, when you think about it, that first challenge, Gary and I were neck and neck with Jeremy and Bailey. It's just that Gary
Oh,
made
I know.
that
And then
stupid-
he messed
and then
up,
he
right?
ruined it.
he ruined it. And I did
Yeah.
tell him. I did tell him.
I remember we
said-
talked about that on the podcast, because I was like, the
Yeah.
math is not even mathing. Why would he bet that amount of chips? Because even if he had won, it wouldn't have put him over, I think, past Jeremy and Bailey. So it's like,
no, exactly.
the odds made no sense. Like it made no sense to bet that amount of
But
money.
I was sitting there and I could see what was going on. And we were, there's
Yeah.
a few couples in front of us. And I said, okay, that's what you're going to do. Unless they ask how many kids I have or how many grandkids I have, you can bet the whole thing. But if you don't know the answer unequivocally, just bet a couple, because we don't need to win. We just need to stay afloat. So
Right.
that was a really weird question. And I don't know why. I'm like, you're giving me too much credit.
It was a sex question, wasn't it?
Well, how many times a week does
I know,
Leslie
which was
think?
such a crazy thing, because
I know.
what was the answer, right? It was like
He's
4
at a
or
really
something?
high
I
number.
put 4. I put 4. I mean, I'm
Over, which is
sorry,
like-
but
That's already a lot. So
I know,
to say
thank you.
Over is crazy.
4's a
I
lot.
was,
And
I was trying to not look old, so I put 4.
no, 4's a lot, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. Even at our age, I'm like, ow,
Yeah, I
Thank
can't
you.
do
it's
four.
too
All right,
much.
right. I mean, come on, 4. What does he think? Who does he think I am? Like, I don't know what
Right,
he's.
right.
Oh, and then another question, not that one, but something with the sex number of sex times, whatever. Maybe one day, I don't know what it was. And so I during that question, I'm like, oh my God, that's not me. Like meaning that's a lot, you know. So I thought maybe he had that in his head that Leslie, you know.
Hmm.
Again, I don't think 4 is a bad number, but I don't know what he was thinking, and I don't know why he did that, and I still don't know, and I didn't want to ask him because I think he felt really bad, and as me being who I am, I didn't want to like drive the screwdriver in deeper.
Sure. And I'm
So
sure
I just,
nerves on the spot don't really help either.
and Gary likes to, he likes to,
Yeah,
I mean, he's
totally.
definitely a big personality, that's for sure.
he likes
And
to
it makes
showboat.
very entertaining TV. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's great. Like he can do those chips, split them in half, and then just put one down. But he didn't do that. And,
Hmm.
it's the sliding glass doors. What if he would have done that? What if? But it doesn't matter. I mean, it happened the way it was supposed to happen,
Hmm.
I guess.
Can we talk about that deleted post, your joint post with him that you guys deleted? I was confident it meant something, but now I'm getting the vibe that it didn't mean something, and you
Well,
deleted it to avoid speculation.
Because you
pretty
guys left us
much.
friends is kind of the vibe
We
I'm
are.
getting.
We are good
Okay.
friends. We are good friends. But we didn't have time together. So we did see each other. We went to Tahoe for this iHeartRadio event and we did spend time together. And we talked a lot and we spent time together. And, it's the kind of thing where I don't mind that someone lives in a different city and all that because, if I'm cuckoo crazy about somebody, I will do anything to see that person, but that wasn't happening on either end of our deal. And so, and sometimes, I'm a little old fashioned. I kind of want the guy to initiate that,
Sure.
like Leslie, when am I want to come see you? Or how are we going to get together?
Right.
So it really wasn't happening. And I felt like I'm not going to make it happen if it's not happening. But we are really close and I mean, he's one of my good friends and I have a bond with him, but he put this post out and then he like, tagged me and then I added it, but I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think I should add. This post
Hmm.
looks a little whatever, so I deleted it.
Okay. Oh, wait. So it didn't delete on his end then. It just deleted from
Mm-mm.
your account. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought it meant like you guys were going to announce that you were dating, but
Mm-hmm.
you needed to wait for the reunion. That
Yeah,
was
that was
all
Oh
the
our
no.
show.
theory that you
Yeah.
didn't want to like spoil the show.
Thank you. Well, no, no, we didn't get invited to the reunion, so no, that wasn't going
Yeah.
to happen.
That's a whole
Um,
nother story.
I know.
I'm like, can we ask about that or what's the tea there?
You want to ask me, I'll tell you. We didn't get invited.
But was there any conversation as to why? That just seems so crazy to me because you
Mm-mm.
guys were such a prominent part of the season. I understand why maybe they didn't invite people that were only on it before it turned into a
Yeah.
game, but you guys were like a very
They announced you as the main golden people. They used
I
you
know.
to promote the
yes.
Goldens, and then you weren't even at the reunion. It's like
Mhm.
kind of lame. I would have
You know,
loved to see you guys there.
yeah, and Gary and I we talked about it. When we were in Tahoe, he said, if there's a reunion, I can't wait to explain why I did what I did. And I'm like, good, because I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm like, it's with something about me, like if it's past, I told this to the youngins there, and of course they cut out a lot of conversations I had, but I did have some conversation with Parisa, a lot of conversation with her, and it was about something that happened, her thing with Brian in the VIP suite. And I
Mm.
said, honey, you got to be like a frog. You got to jump forward. Frogs don't jump backwards. They only jump forward. They only jump forward. So I was giving her that advice. Don't think about it. It's gone. It's over. That was last night. Here's this gorgeous man in the pool waiting for you. So that was my advice to her.
Mhm.
And I kind of take my own advice. I just want to jump forward. I don't want to go back. So I didn't want to like bring it up. And, especially I know that Gary was beating himself up about that bad, whatever reason he did it. And so I didn't want to do that. So he wanted to explain that on the reunion that we were invited to.
Do you know the
So
answer? What's the reason?
that he did that,
Yeah, like what's
or we
his
didn't get invited? No.
No, no. Oh, sorry that he
Oh,
did because he's like I want to save it for the reunion. Well,
yeah.
what's the answer?
I don't know. I
He
didn't
just
ask
wasn't
him.
thinking, I think is the answer,
Is
probably. Yeah.
exactly it. There was no reason. There was no. I think he just listen. I mean, gambling is a bad thing. Okay, I'm here to say I have gambling addiction in my family. It's in my family, and it's bad. So I feel like if he's not a good gambler, it's okay. It just got me off the
Yeah.
show, but
Totally.
Yeah.
No, I
it's
think the
okay.
reality is he just did the math wrong. I think he
Yeah.
thought that like he was putting just enough that he could like quickly surpass the top and win, but I
But
think
who
he
cares? We already
added.
had, to be
No,
honest,
I
we
know.
had the
I'm
best
with
date
you.
of the whole show. We had the
Yeah.
best date of the whole show, and I will stand by that
Hmm.
Yeah, I
unequivocally.
agree.
That date we went on was magical. It really was. So I could have cared less about what, having dinner somewhere. I didn't
Right.
care about the date. I just wanted
Right.
to stay on the show. I don't know what he
Mhm.
was thinking.
Well, it wasn't Gary's decision that you went home. There was voting. I wanted to
Yes.
ask you about your
Mhm.
exit because so Bailey had to announce who got sent home this
Yeah.
episode, and
Uh-huh.
she calls your name, and to the viewers, we think you're getting the rose and that Brian
Mhm.
and Parisa are going home. But she
Yeah.
calls your name and tells you that you're going home. How did
Uh-huh.
you feel about the bait and switch there?
I feel like my skin and hair has never looked and felt better, and I owe all of that improvement to my Blissy Silk pillowcase. If you guys are looking to see healthier skin and hair in just mere weeks, I highly encourage you guys to check out Blissy pillowcases. Blissy pillowcases were actually voted the best gift of the year in 2024. And so as we approach the holiday season this 2025, if you're thinking of a gift for someone who maybe has everything or you don't really know what to get them, a Blissy pillowcase can literally make any single person in your life happier. Blissy pillowcases have anti-aging properties. They reduce fine lines and wrinkles over time. And for your hair, it eliminates frizz, preserves hairstyles, and protects color-treated hair. And now Blissy pillowcases are made to pair with their new Blissy adjustable pillow. And so this pillow comes in a classic and crescent shape. It has a memory foam filling, so it contours to your body, and it improves posture and relieves joint pain. So while you're at it, get the pillow to go with your pillowcase. It's perfect. And because you guys are She's All Bachelor listeners, Blissy is offering 60 nights risk-free plus an additional 30% off when you shop at blissy.com/batch30, BACH30. That's Blissy, BLISSY.com/batch30 and use code batch30 to get an additional 30% off. Your skin and hair will thank you.
I knew it was going to be me. I knew that Parisa was staying because they were friends. And I just I knew that she was never going to send Parisa home at that point. I think they wanted to get rid of the Goldens. That was Jeremy's thing. And Jeremy had a say in it, I'm sure.
What's up with that? Like, I know it's like a joke, but why is it a thing that he keeps saying?
I don't know. I can honestly say, and I'm going to be honest, I like Jeremy. I have nothing against him. I just felt like out of everybody, he was probably the one that wasn't the happiest that we were there. And so I felt all the other guys just loved us, you know. I just felt Jeremy was maybe annoyed by us a little bit. I didn't feel that Bailey was that way, but I do feel that Jeremy was annoyed by us. I don't know.
Why? That's so bizarre.
I know.
It was very confusing to me because I feel like people kept going back and forth between being like, this is a love show. We're going to like vote out the people
Yeah.
who are platonic couples and we're only going to
Yeah.
vote for like romance. But then also people would switch and then be like strategic in their voting. And so like, vote off the people who are maybe not as well connected or
Right.
that are well connected so that the people who are not
Right.
as well connected
Right.
are not competition. And I feel like even with the show not realizing what they wanted to do, but also I feel like even sometimes the players would go back and forth on like
Yeah.
what they actually were trying to accomplish. And I feel like Jeremy is like a really good example of that.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, Gary said something to Jeremy that I know that Kathy didn't like or whatever, but he did say basically, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. Which, to be honest, Gary was playing the game,
Mhm.
because down the line, They don't know they could have needed us. You know
Right.
what I mean? And we would have been loyal to them. It's like
Yeah.
you give me a rose, I'll give you a rose. It's that kind of thing. And we would have been loyal to them if they would have saved us. But I don't think he was thinking, I think Jeremy wasn't thinking that way. And maybe he thought us of as a threat because we were neck and neck with him. Although the other challenges, I don't know how that would have worked, we don't know, the
Right.
camping one. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't know,
nightmare.
but I'm just saying we didn't know it was coming. I'm just saying that I think he probably played the game wrong, really, because he should have kept the Goldens because I think the Goldens weren't as big as a threat
I
at the
said
end of the
that
day.
the
Mhm.
entire season. I'm like, why are we keeping our strongest competitors along
Yeah,
for the ride? Get rid of those people. Keep people
yeah,
that can help you along at the end.
yeah.
And yeah.
And there wasn't one of us. I really don't know about Kim and Faith, but I know that me and Gary and Kathy and Keith, we all said we don't want the money. We don't want to take the money from them. It was for us, it wasn't about the money. Like, oh, I couldn't wait to get that money. That wasn't for us.
Hmm.
In
Mhm.
fact, we all said if we ever got that money, we would give it to them because it's not that I don't need the money. Of course I do, but I
Yeah.
would feel really bad taking that money from them. So what for it wasn't about that.
What's your take on the Jeremy calling Susie and the cast not telling Bailey?
To be honest, I had no idea that went on. It was like when I
Oh.
watched that show, I actually watched that show with Gary because we were in Tahoe.
Mm.
And we were like, okay, we're gonna watch a show together. This will be fun. And we're sitting on the couch and we're like, what? That was going, we didn't even know that was going on. It was
Hmm.
crazy that was happening right under our nose. We didn't know. But that again, that's the way the show really is. Someone comes in, you like that person, should you be with that person? I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, I know that like Nancy came in and she had talked to Gary before and she had this connection with him. And then I felt so bad for her, that she was gone the next day. I packed, I was ready to go. I didn't know if Gary was going to give me the rose. I assumed he wasn't because they had this connection. So I guess it's just you never know what's going to happen. And,
Yeah, but you
you
had
know,
Kim writing you songs or poems, didn't you?
yeah, yeah, I did. But you know what? He would have, if Gary hadn't given me the rose, Kim wouldn't have given me the rose because he was going to give it to Faith. So I was ready to go home. I really was. I did
At the
not.
time when you guys were sent home, you mean?
No, no, even before
Oh.
I thought Gary was going to give his rose to Nancy.
Oh,
And he
I
gave it
see.
Yeah.
to you.
And he gave it to me because they had a connection even before they came on the show. And Gary said, I've been waiting for you. And they went on their date. And then the next day was the rose ceremony. I absolutely figured he was going to give his rose to her.
Why do you think he didn't? Do you think he felt that there was more of a romantic connection with you?
I don't know because he told Nancy there wasn't a romantic connection with me. So
Hmm.
I have no idea. I really don't. I mean, we had a great date. We had so much fun. We had a vibe. Obviously, there was conversations that they didn't show
Hmm.
that we had. We walked on the beach. We sang songs to each other. I mean, so we definitely had a connection too, but people didn't see that. But again, it's his choice. I was packed, ready to go. I was very shocked he gave me the rose, to be
Did you
honest.
guys have any conversations about that, like when you were off the show?
Um,
Or was it old
Not
news at that
really.
point? Yeah.
Yeah, it was over. I mean, he just said to me, I would give my rose a million times over to you. He did say that, but
Oh.
Gary is Gary.
Gary's gonna Gary. He's a smooth talker.
That is true. Like he has the most like charisma out of
BDE.
like any of those men on that beach, even
Yeah,
including the
yeah,
younger ones.
he
Yeah.
does, and I know he's got a kind heart, and he doesn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And I'm kind of like that too. If I was talking to someone before I got on the show, and then maybe I vibed with someone else, it would be very hard for me. That's why I'm like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to have any connection before I go on the show. You just don't know. You don't know who's coming down. Like if Gary had given me a rose and then a new guy came down, yeah, but that's the show, you
Right.
know?
Right.
So, but that didn't happen. So,
You recently spoke out, kind of segueing here. You recently spoke out about Cat Izzo
mhm,
because there were rumors swirling that she was a bully on the show, and you posted a really nice video in defense of her.
thank you.
Can you speak on the cat situation and what
Mhm,
you knew of the cat
mhm,
situation on the show? Because you seem to
mhm.
know her very well.
I can speak. I base my opinions on people on how they treat me and my relationship with them. And Kat was nothing but sweet, kind, loving towards me right away. She's a beautiful person. Of course I watched her on Bachelor in Paradise before, but you know what? If you're gonna base me on my crying a lot on Golden Bachelor and mine, like, that's really not me either. I mean, you know how it is. It's like you're on that show
Yeah.
and so all I know is that I didn't see her bullying anybody on the show. And I only saw her being nice to everybody. She roomed with April. She was sweet and kind to April. She was very, very caring when I told her about my dad dying of suicide, and she took my hands and
Mhm.
she talked about her family, and we cried together, and we were like kind of in our we're is early morning, and we were in our, like, not jammies, but like, kind of like we weren't, whatever, and she was just no makeup, and she's
Yeah.
just you know what? So when that happened, then we came back to Paradise for that last episode, and we voted. Everyone voted for their couple favorite or whatever the couples they wanted to see, and we're hanging out after. And then, when Sean and Alicia did that, I was standing next to Kat, and she grabbed my hand, and I could feel her shake. And then when that happened, she sobbed into my shoulder, and I held her. And then Kathy came over to her and said, "You got to breathe, you got to breathe." And then she walked off. Okay. I was so upset. I was so mad. I literally lost sleep over it, to be honest, because I don't understand why they would do that in front of everybody. What the big deal was. I mean, you know what? And we all said to Dale, because Dale was like, looking around, we just said, you just go by what you know with her. You know what you have with her. Just base everything on that. Don't listen to this crap, because I don't think they should have done that in front of everybody. And if Sean and I don't know what Alicia's problem is with Kat, that was weird. But it was very upsetting, and it was really upsetting to the Goldens. I mean, Keith was pissed off. We were just like, we're like our parents now. These are our children, and you don't want to
Yeah.
see your children hurt, and their feelings get hurt, and it was just very upsetting to us, I have to say.
Yeah.
And I
So you guys didn't know that they were going to bring that up when you guys all arrived together?
no.
Okay. I was wondering if it was like a conversation before. Because
Did
I feel like Sean and Alicia like planned it, you know?
Oh,
But
they plan. Oh no, they planned it. Did you
yeah.
did you say that did Kat know?
No, I mean, like, did you guys,
Oh.
because you guys were all coming in together with Sean and Alicia.
Oh.
I was wondering if it was like a conversation, if they were like, "Ooh, we're gonna like drop this
No,
bomb, blah blah blah."
okay, so we didn't know they were gonna do that. Like
Yeah.
there was a big rain delay that night, so we were kind of all hanging out and waiting for the rain to stop. There were rumblings of they're gonna do something, they're gonna say something, they're gonna call a forum or whatever that is, and
Parliament.
again, a
Yeah.
parliament, thank you. But we didn't know why. I didn't know why. Maybe some other people knew why. I didn't know why at all.
Okay.
And so I was like, why? And like, aren't we here just to vote? Like, aren't we here just to see Spencer
Yeah.
and Jess get
Yeah.
engaged? I mean, like that was everybody kind of knew, you know. But yeah, I was very upset with that.
Do you think that was Sean purposely trying to sabotage her chances of winning?
That, and maybe trying to split Dale and Kat up, and maybe trying to embarrass her for some reason, and I don't know why, because what I saw on Bachelor in Paradise, the cat when she threw the cake, that one was nothing what I saw in this one. And again, we all grow. We grow every day. Every day we have a chance to grow and be a better person and just be more kind or whatever. I mean, that was how many years ago? Like this girl has been through a lot. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She's been through a lot. And to me, she's a very kind human being and I adore her. So,
Well, and I think what they were accusing her of too is just like so ridiculous because, like even people like Andrew had said in the reunion was like,
yeah.
look, I was dating people before going to Paradise too. And then you get off the show and you talk to the people that you've been seeing and you say, hey, I'm gonna go pursue something else. I've met someone. As you do in
Well,
real life when you date
exactly.
other people too. Like it was just that part was so crazy to me because like
Yeah.
one, literally who cares? It should not affect her relationship with
No.
Dale. And I'm glad that Dale could see that and it didn't.
Yeah.
The thing that was so confusing to me though is like all these things that they're saying about how she snuck in a phone or an iPad and then they all are so like Kat has been very adamant that that's not possible and she didn't do that. So I'm just kind of like, where do you think those types of rumors came from? Because I think everyone has kind of been on the same page with like, yeah, maybe she was talking to someone before. She admits that that's what their story was. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're allowed to like date people.
I mean,
Great,
wait,
fine.
the new Bachelorette Taylor just was dating somebody.
Yes,
So
I mean, we're just, like she's a stunning girl living in the world. Why wouldn't she be like talking to
I
people
don't know
before?
how she couldn't have somebody. So
Literally,
bringing an iPad or a phone, I don't know how you could do that because they check everything. A
Yeah.
and B, she's got roommates. When is she going to do that? I mean, first of all,
Right. And the
our
cameras
doors
were in the room, so I'm like,
our
where's
doors
the
are
footage?
open. Our doors are open. We're not really allowed to lock the doors.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I mean, we have the whole place to ourselves. Our doors are open. I mean, they're closed, but they're open. And the only one that's got a key card are our producers or like we don't go in and out of our room by ourselves. I don't know where she would hide that. And I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean you don't go in and out of your room by yourself? Like you had to wait for a producer to come get you
Yeah.
to leave your room?
Or no, not to leave, but to get if we wanted to get back in.
Okay.
Sometimes we kept our doors open and then the flies would come in, but they lock and so we don't have the key. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
different. It's like in the house, in the mansion, we could go in and out of our rooms, but here it's a hotel. So we can keep our doors open and we can leave when we want to. That's not a problem. It's
Yeah.
just getting back into our hotel room.
I was
Got
reading
it.
an old TikTok comment that I didn't see in real time. I was just looking at it yesterday, though, and I was cracking up because we talked about the voting on the show and how you guys did it on iPads. And then someone commented and said, what if that's the iPad that Kat texted her
Oh my
boyfriend
God.
on? And I was dying. I'm like, wow,
I
that's a
know.
really funny point. Obviously,
That is a
kidding,
funny
Kat.
point, but I don't think it was.
No, I know. I just thought it was funny because I'm like, where are the iPads? But they were right there, right in front of you.
And
There's
by the
that
way,
one
I don't
iPad.
know how you get internet.
Right. Wait, can I ask you about the iPad voting though? Because so we would always make a joke like when they would show the shot of you guys voting on the iPad, it just looks like you're scrolling through the Photos app on the iPhone because it even has like little images on the bottom. I'm assuming that was just kind of like for show and you guys were voting another way. How did that work?
Well, I only voted one way because I wasn't on the show long enough to vote on the iPad. So I did not vote. I did not. So at the end, we voted. We had a thing. I think we dropped in a box for like if you wanted to vote for Jess, if you wanted, But I did not. I did not vote on the iPads.
Who did you vote for in the finale?
I voted for Jess and Spencer, but they didn't show everyone who they said. But yes, I did vote for them. I voted for them because their love was so strong. I mean, it was like,
Yeah,
you had a
makes
room.
sense.
Oh, you have a room. But, I mean, just go, just leave. But they were locked in and they're just so cute together and so adorable. And their love is definitely, there. It was there. Yeah. So I voted for them.
I hope they make it. They're such a sweet couple.
I think they will. I mean, they're
I do
just,
too.
yeah, they're like literally made for each other. And then on top of it, they each have these gorgeous mothers. So it's like they're just like they
So good
are
genes all around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
geez.
yeah, and they're like you one big happy family. They're very cute.
Aw, cute.
Yeah.
Wait, can you confirm? Because you said get a room, you have one. We've kind of speculated all season. Was every couple in like they had their roommates, but then when they went to bed, they went to sleep with their person they were dating on the show? Is that fair to assume?
I don't know about that. I really don't because I left.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
don't know. I think you could.
Yeah. That's what we were trying to figure out. We're like, it seems like some people might be sleeping together, but some people aren't. And I'm like, that's a crucial part of the story that like we're not
I
really
know.
like
And we
seeing
mean
the
literally
dynamics
sleeping. We're
of
not saying
Yeah.
yeah,
like
no, I'm not
Right,
talking
right,
about
right,
people's
right.
like intimate lives.
I think you could if they wanted. Yeah, I think they could if they wanted to. I just don't know. I know that, if you're in the VIP suite, obviously, but I don't know. So, Kathy went in there and that night she came back. I said, "What are you doing back in our room? Why don't you want to sleep up there?" She goes, "Oh, my stuff is here." And I'm like, "Oh God,
Oh,
Kathy."
after the suite that her and Keith had won, she came back
Yeah.
down and slept. Oh, that's
Well,
funny.
because she didn't want to share it with him, but I thought at
Yeah.
least just,
lay in the
stay up there.
bed.
Yeah.
I would have been
Right.
like, "Ooh, this is great."
I know, like
Yeah.
jacuzzi, champagne. It looked so
I
nice up
know. She
there.
came, she goes, "You're here." I'm like, "I know, but don't you want?" No,
Aw.
it was
Aw,
cute. We had fun together. We definitely
that's
had fun
good.
Oh,
together.
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah. We
We were
got to be really
concerned.
close. No,
Okay,
I
good. Good. She was nice. I
and
remember.
rightly so.
Yes.
Rightly
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
But I think we just ironed out our kinks and we
Good.
talked things through. And I mean, we were fine, but Kathy's the kind of person where, once in a while I'm like, "Kathy, you gotta stop talking, gotta stop." And she was fine with that.
It's funny because she was the one always telling Teresa to zip it. And it's like, well,
hmm
maybe she should zip it
Well, I
sometimes.
mean, she just likes to say things
Yeah.
over and over, and she's funny, and but once in a while, I'm like, "All right, Kathy, you've told me that like 20 times. I know that Gary's here for Nancy. You've told me that 20
Well,
times."
that's what I was just gonna say. When that episode aired, I called it out and I said, he takes her on the date and she looks to you and she's like, "Oh, I just love Nancy." And I'm like, why are you rubbing salt in the wound? It's so
Uh-huh.
weird to say, given you were the one that just went on a date with him last.
I know, and I can that's a perfect example. I can bring that up to her, and she goes, "You're right. I shouldn't have said that."
Yeah, like,
She owns her shit. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I can respect
good. We
that.
can
Yeah.
respect
That's
that
good.
then.
You guys, it's my favorite time of year. It is officially cozy season, which means soft sweaters, layered looks, and just general comfort on every level. And if your bra isn't part of that equation, it is time to change that. We're being cozy this fall. We can't have like underwire and bras that are uncomfortable when we're just trying to be comfortable in every other aspect of what we're wearing. Honeylove makes the best wireless bras that genuinely feel like a second skin. They're lightweight, breathable, and they're designed to work with your body, not against it. So whether you're layering your bra under a tee or slipping into a sweater or just hanging out around your house wearing whatever, the Honeylove bras give you just the right amount of lift without the squeeze. And that's thanks to years of research, development, and testing. Also, while you're on their site, you should check out their new Cloud Embrace bra. They recently launched it and it sold out literally in days. It's a modern wireless t-shirt bra with a sturdy, lightly padded foam cup that feels like a cloud against your skin. So treat yourself to the most comfortable and innovative bras on earth and save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/she'sallbatch20. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/she'sallbatch20. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Experience the new standard in bras with Honeylove.
So I'm getting ready for my date. She's like, "Gary's only here for Nancy." I turned to her with a mascara in my hand. I'm like, "If you say that one more time to me, I'm literally gonna sock you. Like just
That's also
stop."
just like not nice. I mean, that's even worse
But then she's
than
like,
what I
"Okay, I'm
said.
sorry." Like, she doesn't do it to be mean at all. I don't think she really has a mean bone in her body. She's just Kathy, and I think she's just like, all right, psychological warfare can stop right now. Stop
Oh my
it.
God.
But she owns her stuff and she'll say, "You're right, Leslie, you're right, you're right, you're right." So that's all
That's
fine.
good. That's
And really,
progress. Yeah.
she really only wanted the best for me and for Nancy. And, Nancy came and, she left. It was a short stint, and that's hard. I feel for her.
Yeah.
And, but again, I got there thinking I was going to see Allie Joe and Lexi and Susie, and they weren't there.
They should do a whole season of just Golden Paradise so you guys can get like more time for more people to come down and more
I
connections, I
know.
think.
I would like that. Or they should just do a season of all the people that went home in the first week or two.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. I'm
give
like,
them
For the
another
first,
ABC,
chance.
you're on this call. Write
I
that
know.
Yeah.
down
I
for
know.
next
Take
time.
notes. Before we move on from Kathy, since you're bringing up
Mm.
Nancy and Kathy,
Yeah.
April was on the beach. April
Yeah.
has come on our podcast and we talked about the Askin drama.
Yeah.
She seemingly came to terms with it on our show that she was like at peace with it and okay to move
Yeah.
on and wanted to
Hmm.
just move on. How
Hmm.
was Kathy and Nancy? Because we didn't see them interact at all on the show.
Yeah, well, again, you didn't see that, but there was a time where April, Nancy, and Kathy were talking, and I was like sitting at the bar, and they were like over there, whatever. And I looked up, and I got post-traumatic stress syndrome. Like I got a little, like I
Hmm.
started to get a little anxiety because I'm like, oh my God, it's happening again. And it just in my head, I didn't. I said something to Kathy about it because, I am that girl that was in the house going, this is ridiculous. I
Yeah.
mean, when asking, I was like, I mean, they interviewed me about it. I'm like, I didn't like clicks in high school and I certainly don't like it here. And I
Yeah.
was just not happy about it. I liked every girl individually. I did not like them together. And so when I saw the three of them over across the way, I'm like, and then I said something to Kat, and she was so sweet. She goes, Leslie, no. No, I feel terrible that you feel that way. No, no, no. We were just, I said, I know you were just talking. I can process that. I get that. But it was just like, she goes, no. And April was like, no, don't worry. That's never going to happen. But, I kind of got like a little, oh my God, it's happening again thing, but it
Yeah.
didn't.
So they
Yeah.
seemingly made amends then on the show. We
They
just didn't
made
see
him.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. April, we all had such a good time. April was great. And Kathy and April talked things through. And I'm sure that April talked to Nancy about it. So it was all good. I mean, and April and I are really close. And she did say to me, even the other day, she's like, when I look back on it, I don't know what I was thinking. I said, well, everyone was caught up, and whatever, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. As long as you moved on from it. It was hard for some of us in the house with that going on.
I remember you telling us. Yeah.
I'm
No,
not
like
gonna
you
lie.
just said, it kind of brings up that high school feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was because I loved high school, don't get me wrong, but I was that girl that was friends with everybody. I did
Mhm.
not have a clique. I was a thespian and I would help my cheerleader girlfriends and but there were cliques and I used to come home and my mom would be like, "Honey, honey, you gotta come." I mean, the cliques got to me.
Yeah.
And we all have our thing, and I do have like the fear of being left out type thing.
Of
And
course.
sometimes it
Yeah.
creeps back into your life no matter how old you are.
I'm curious. We talked about this a lot on the season. I'm just curious your take as someone who is like there. We didn't see a lot of Hannah Brown on the
Mhm.
show yet. Like, she was someone that they really like advertised of like Wells bartending and also Hannah
Yeah.
Brown. And then like
Mm.
we didn't really see a lot of her as viewers. Did you guys interact with her a lot like when you were filming or was she actually not there as much? And we were very confused. We're like, if you weren't going to use her as much on screen, why ask her to
Yeah.
be on? I'm sure she's not cheap. Like, I'm curious what your guys' experience was like
She's
actually
planning a
being there.
wedding. I
No,
mean,
seriously. Didn't she have
yeah.
to leave early then to also go
Yeah.
to her wedding? So
Yeah.
it was just a
Yeah.
strange choice to us, but I'm curious your experience.
Well, she was for all the rose ceremonies, she was there. She's
Okay.
pouring us champagne, giving us advice and stuff like
Hmm.
that. She led it was a cute, they really didn't show it. It was really cute. She led a yoga champagne class one day.
Oh, that
We
is
did
cute.
yoga and we drank champagne. It was cute. It was fun, I guess. It was
Why
more
not?
champagne than yoga.
Yeah.
Okay.
The night that Gary and I had to plead our case to Jeremy and Bailey, she did a whole thing with us and like, what can I do to help you? How about if I make you a sweet tray and you can bring that to them and stuff like that. And we
Aw.
did, and they did, but again, I didn't show that. But she wasn't like Wells behind the bar or anything, but she was there. And then she helped me with my water class.
I
No,
remember
it seems
that.
like she was help. helping. So it's like, that's weird to me that
Yeah.
they wouldn't show those little scenes. Cause that's kind of
Yeah.
seems like how they pitched her being on the show, that like it was going to
Yeah.
be like her giving people champagne and kind of talking them through certain things. And we only saw that maybe once or
And I
twice.
wish I had seen her more. I just loved
Yeah.
her. Like she's great. And we had so much fun doing the water class. And
Hmm.
again, that was a lot longer than they showed it. But eh, no, I felt like she was underused, to be honest.
Yeah.
So do
She's
we.
yeah.
We're like
Yeah.
massive Hannah Brown fans. She's
I
been on the show
know.
before and we adore her.
I
We're like
love her.
excited to see her.
Yeah.
So just confused. And
Yeah.
then like in the intros, she was in them once and then they just randomly took her out and we're like, where is her role on this show? It was very confusing
Yeah.
all season. We had the question about it.
She was judging of the Birds of Paradise
She
contest.
did do
That's
that.
true.
She
Yes.
did that.
Right.
But yeah.
Speaking of the
You,
intros, something we always kind of called out was that like at first they didn't do the normal Paradise song. It was like a weird, funky,
I
sped up
know.
version where you guys were kind of dancing in front of what, a live
Your
cam that was
name.
there all day. No,
Oh.
but they would all like walk up to the camera, do a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
do do
yeah.
do, and then walk
Yeah.
away. Then they
Right.
switched it to the normal song, and you guys had little shots. And then
Yeah.
sometimes they would have Hannah Brown in it, sometimes they wouldn't. What was the drama with the intros? Like, why did they switch it halfway through? And what was the experience of filming those little like blips?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they do anything. You're
Okay.
asking the wrong person.
I know. I'm just curious from like your experience doing it. What
I
don't
was
know.
all ready for my intro. I was gonna dance. I was gonna
Right.
like drop a glass into my hand. I had
Yeah.
it pictured in my hand, and they're like, "Okay, walk up to the camera with it." And I'm like, "Okay, is that it?" Like,
Yeah.
um, we filmed some other things, and I suppose if I was on the show longer, maybe they would have used those things because we
Mhm.
did film other things, other little vignettes, like me waving to someone down the beach, and I think I
Okay.
was walking by. But, again, I think that if I had stayed on longer, they would have used those. I don't know. I have no idea. Sometimes I'm like, okay, was I even there? I mean,
You were there,
No, you were
Leslie.
there. You were way more significant, I feel like, than you're giving yourself credit for on the
Really?
season.
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
you were like
Okay.
very much like a main character.
Have you not heard our
on the
recaps all season?
Yeah.
We've been Team Leslie since day one, and we will
I
be
know.
for the
Thank
end
you.
of time.
I was, it was just little things that I noticed. I'm like, okay, let's out of that. It's fine. It's all good. I'm just, what? Some people came up to me, like friends and people in Minneapolis. Oh, I wish I had more airtime. I'm like, I had enough airtime on Golden Bachelor. It's fine.
Yeah, and you got more than Hannah Brown. So
I had more than Hannah Brown. I know.
yeah, I mean,
Oh,
no one
yeah.
can complain other than Hannah Brown about that. So I think you're
Yeah.
okay. You brought
Yeah.
up Taylor, Frankie Paul a little earlier.
Yeah.
I know we briefly messaged about this. What's your take on this announcement? This is a big change up for the franchise
It
to
is a
announce
big
someone
change
like
up.
this.
I think change is good, but change is hard. I mean, like just even Bachelor in Paradise. People wanted it changed. Everyone's complaining about it. And then when we changed it, they hated it. So I think now if next year they do something like that again, they might be okay with it because I think it takes a while to, put your arms around change and go, it's okay. As far as Taylor goes, I have to say I've never watched that show. And maybe I should start. I've never watched that show, so I don't know. I mean, having somebody, I'm going to be honest with you. And I thought I could probably never be a lead because I'm divorced twice. And I know that
I don't think that's true.
well,
I feel
but
like you'd
that's
be
what I
such a
used
good
to
lead.
think. Well,
Okay.
thank you. Just,
Until now.
no.
Now,
Until now. Now they're
Right.
kind of changing the game a
Well,
little
right.
bit.
But I'm just saying, far as the Goldens go, they like the widow thing, and so I thought I've been divorced twice, and people would say to even message me, oh, you should go to therapy. You can't hold a relationship just because you're divorced twice doesn't mean you can't hold a relationship. There's two people in a relationship. Um, but maybe now I mean, this is life, people get married, people have children, people get divorced. I don't know. I mean, I didn't want to get divorced. I'm sure that Taylor didn't want to get divorced. I don't know. I mean, So that's there. That's that. She's a beautiful girl, and I'm sure she's gonna do fantastic in the part. Um, it'll be interesting to see the guys. I mean, I know like my son who is 39 and divorced with 2 kids. Would he want somebody with 3 kids? Probably not, which is a double standard, you know?
Mhm.
Like it that bothers me. So I think it's a good, we'll see. We'll see what happens. If she ends up with someone, it's going to be someone that wants the whole thing. And, life is messy and this is what it is. And
Mhm.
so maybe it'll weed out a lot of the other ones and she'll find that person for her. Again, they have to move to Utah. They have to love children. And maybe there's guys on the show that's going to have their own child. You never know. I mean, so we'll see what it brings, but it's definitely going to be interesting when people say I'm not going to watch. Yeah, you are. You're going to watch it. Everyone's going to
1000%.
Everyone's gonna watch it. Everyone's gonna watch it. So that and there it's equating to viewership, which equates to obviously what we want. We don't want the franchise to go away. So you got to figure out what you're gonna do to keep it going.
Right.
Right.
Something
How
had
are you
to.
going to be Golden Bachelorette in like a year or two
Right.
if
No,
the
because I'm
franchise
thinking
goes
that
away?
that's going to happen. We do
Oh,
have
right.
ABC
Yeah.
on this call, so we're
Yeah,
planting the
right. Well,
seed.
you have to understand there's like 20 new girls coming in next week. So
But
yeah.
they're not Leslie Fhima.
Well, yeah, they're not Leslie Fhima.
I love you guys.
Are you going to be tuning in to Mel's season of
Yes.
Golden
Yes.
Bachelor? What are your
Yes.
thoughts on him?
I am. What are my thoughts on him? I don't know. I mean, he shouldn't have said what he said. It's a little
Yeah.
upsetting to me. Because that's what this is. It's the gold. It should, to be honest with you, golden means senior citizen at 65 or what I am. I'm 66. That's golden. Even
Mhm.
when the young girls, I call them young because they were 60 on the show. I'm like, well, that's not golden. I thought I was going to be one of the young ones. I thought because I was 64 at the time, I'm really not golden yet. I'm not a senior
Yeah.
citizen yet. But they're making the lines a little blurry, and that's fine. Um, 60, 66, it doesn't matter. It's all the same, really. So I don't understand what Mel's deal is because look at us, look at those women that are on a show. They look fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think that the 60 is the new 40 right now. And we are here to set the standard a little bit higher. And I think that's why young people love love watching the Goldens, like you guys. And a lot of young people come up to me and like, oh, you make growing old look so good. And I think these women are going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So far, they look amazing. And I think that's okay. People need to know that, just because you get older doesn't mean you're not having fun anymore.
Right.
You're not taking care of yourself, all that. So obviously it's done. And I'm sure that Mel found his person, hopefully. And I can't wait to watch.
Would you ever go on another Golden season if they asked you to kind of crash halfway
Be a
through like they used to
contestant?
do in the OG days? Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh,
If there was
that'd
someone you
be
were really
hard.
interested in who was the lead,
It,
would you
it would
go?
have
If
to be
it's
someone I
Jordan.
would.
What if it's Jordan? No, don't do it,
Oh
Leslie.
God. If it was Jordan, yes.
No,
I'm
you're
just
lead
kidding.
material. You're above coming
No,
on
you are
halfway
lead
through as a
material.
contestant.
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, I was thinking about that. Somebody asked me that. Would you go on if they asked you for Mel season? And I said no, because Mel's not my person, and I don't want to take a spot from somebody that's his person. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I
Yeah.
know that he's not my person. So that's just I'm not going to go on TV just to be on TV. I don't need to do that. But yes, if it was somebody that I really liked and thought, yeah, that's my guy, or yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
yeah.
Not to end on a sour note, but Gerry Turner announced some sad news earlier this year. Have you been in touch with him since he announced his health update?
Well, I saw him at Grant's finale, because he was there, and we ended up having a drink together with Joan and Chalk at the hotel. So we caught
Ooh,
up.
Oh, that's
Just,
nice.
that's kind
just
of double datey.
God,
Was
no,
it?
no, it was not. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Oh my
I
gosh,
was
tell
supposed,
us.
I was
Tell
supposed
us
to go.
everything.
I know you guys think it's going to be juicy, but it's not. I
Okay.
was supposed, I had my friend, I have a friend, her name is Renee Ash, and she was on that reality show Love Undercover. I don't know if you guys ever watched that. It's a
Okay.
fantastic show. It was on Netflix. But I became friends with her and I was supposed to meet her. And she's like, okay, meet me here. And then I called an Uber and it didn't come. And I called another one and it was just a mess. And I'm like, Renee, I'm exhausted. I can't, I'm not getting an Uber right now. Anyways, long story short, I go to get myself a glass of wine and the three of them are sitting down.
It's
So they're like,
almost
come
like
and
it's
have a
fate,
drink.
Leslie.
Yeah. They were like, come. Shut up. No, it wasn't.
He has a girlfriend too,
He
right?
told me about his girlfriend.
Okay. All right.
And he did. And he goes, do you think I should tell Teresa? And I said, yes, I think you should definitely tell Teresa that you have a girlfriend. Yes.
So are
And
him and Teresa, they don't really talk anymore. Sorry to interrupt you,
think
but
they
I'm just
talk.
got to get all the little nuggets
Yeah, I
of
don't
the
think
tea
they
you're
talk a
giving.
lot. I don't think
But
so.
he
I
was
think
gonna
it would
like
be
blind
weird
text her and be like, "Hey, by the way, I have a girlfriend."
Well,
before
I just think
announcing
it's
it,
the
maybe.
nice, yeah,
Yeah.
I think it would be the nice thing to
Like
do.
a
I
heads
told
up
him,
type thing.
he
Yeah.
asked me, he asked me, should I tell Teresa? And I said, yes, you should tell Teresa. I think that's a nice thing to do instead of her reading it on her phone or, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? I mean that, it's the kind thing to do. I think
Mhm.
that if she would reciprocate if she had a boyfriend. So that was our extent of our conversation. And now when I'm with Gary, it's like kind of like an old shoe, we're sharing a bowl of soup. I mean, I don't know, like we're just
Sharing a bowl
Sharing
of soup.
I, I know. It was
Leslie, does his girlfriend know about
Are you
that?
sharing
That's
the same
really
spoon too? Like, how does one share
no,
soup?
no, not the same spoon. It was one of those things. Would you like some? I said, yes, can I have the first bite thing?
So you guys are like splitting an appetizer, but the appetizer is soup.
you guys each have like a bite of spaghetti and you're slurping it
Okay,
together.
you guys, your mind is it's going
Lady in the Tramp,
in
the spaghetti.
your mind
Yeah.
is going in places that shouldn't go.
It's more fun that way though.
Or it should.
I
I
know.
don't know.
I
I
know.
know.
I
Wait,
know.
how is Teresa?
Teresa's great. She was just in Minneapolis in July and we had so
Aw.
much fun. And she's great. And we're going to see each other in New York. I'm coming to New York.
Oh, I know. Wait,
When?
so
Yeah.
in October, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know Teresa
Wait,
was
for an
coming.
event or something, or were
We're
you? Or
coming
just
for an
coming to visit?
event. I'm taking April to see Stephen Colbert. I got tickets because I know the percussionist. And then I'm going to teach a class at Lifetime. And we're just doing another thing I mean, so it's kind of like it's like I'm just doing everything.
Wait, yeah. If you're
Yeah.
teaching like a workout class or something, invite me. I'll definitely
Well, I'll come.
It's
Or-
open to the public
Yeah,
at Lifetime at Midtown Lifetime.
okay.
What is Lifetime though? I thought you meant the TV network.
Oh,
Oh no, it's a
I was
gym.
like,
It's just like a random gym chain. It's not just a New York thing. I think they have
it's
locations.
not a random gym chain. It's a
Wherever.
big chain.
Yeah, it's a big chain.
It's
Yeah.
actually started in Minneapolis. The owner lives in Minneapolis.
Nice.
But there's Lifetime Fitnesses all over the country.
Oh,
And
cool.
so I teach at Lifetime, and so I'm going to be teaching at the Midtown. I did do that last year as well. I'm teaching my
Yeah.
dance jam class. So
Okay, I'll be there.
Wait, I want to
Stephanie,
come.
we
Wait,
have to go.
what date? So you said it was like October 17th?
October, it's the Friday, whatever that is.
Okay.
October.
Well, what are you
So-
doing after? If we come, can we get
Well,
drinks after?
I'm getting on a plane after that, after
Oh.
Friday, but I can
Okay.
see you another time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's make plans.
Yeah,
That'll
I'll
be
mark
fun.
it.
We'll make.
Oh my God,
okay,
could you
just-
imagine if we could hang out with April, Teresa, and you? What a crew. We would tear it
know.
And
up.
us? We're gonna
I-
be the new crew.
Well, because when
I
we talked
know.
to April, it was right
Move
before
over,
she was
Askin.
going to move to New York. And we were like, when you're in New York, April, like martinis, we
Yeah.
have to.
Well, she's coming,
now
so we'll
it's
do
all
it.
aligned. Yeah, we'll do it. Perfect.
We'll do
Wait,
it.
and April's a
We'll do
friend
it.
of the show too. Oh my gosh, this is
Yeah.
all coming together. This is my dream.
I
Okay.
know.
fun.
I love April. She's the best.
Yeah.
She's the funniest.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Leslie. This is so much fun
I
catching up
hope
with
I
you.
delivered. You know,
You
it's
did.
a
Of course
little
you did.
Oh, you did.
under pressure when you say, I can't wait for you to spill the tea when I really can't spill the tea, but I'm trying to spill the tea without spilling the tea.
No, you
Does that
spilled
make
it.
sense?
You did a
Tea's
good job.
all over
Yeah.
the floor, Leslie. No, this is we haven't interviewed in a while, and
I know.
I feel I'm ready to get
love
back
you
on the
guys so
horse.
much.
We love you.
And your skin looks amazing. So both of your skin looks
Oh
amazing.
my gosh. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
It's just
My
makeup.
new ring light.
And you
Mine
look
too.
incredible.
Yeah.
Well, it's 90 degrees in Minneapolis today. I was like, what the hell?
Oh my
Anyways.
gosh. Yeah. Got to come to New York for some of that crisp fall.
I
Yes.
know. Oh, I'll have it soon enough. But yes, it's going to be amazing. So I will contact you guys. I
Okay.
Okay.
cannot wait. Yeah.
Sounds
Yay.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you
Well,
so much,
thank you so
Leslie.
much, Leslie. We'll
Of
catch up with
course.
you next month.
I know. I love it.
Yeah.
Love
Okay.
All
it.
right.
Bye.
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 Oh my God, guys. That was our interview with Leslie. That was so much fun.
Yes.
Jackie and I were just talking about it, literally still recording it. I'm like, why don't we just
Make a
talk
quick
for
little
you
outro and
guys?
let you guys know
Yeah.
how much we liked it and how much we love chatting with Leslie. She's one of our faves. She knows that. And yeah, I feel like she spilled some really good tea. I'm really like
Like
excited to hear your
unexpected.
guys' feedback from this interview. Yeah.
Wait, and like you guys probably heard us drop this a couple of times, but this was our first ever ABC
Hmm.
approved interview. So this was a big deal for us, but I feel like we still delivered.
Yeah. I think we definitely did a good job. Not to toot our own horn, like we did amazing
We're
at
like phenomenal
no,
at
but
this.
riding the line of still trying to get tea while still making sure that like we're not upsetting ABC on the other side. And
The
you know
powers
what?
that be.
That's how you succeed in this biz. That's showbiz, baby.
As we await an email of them telling us to remove like half of the
I
interview. Hopefully
know.
that doesn't happen. But
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah, there was a lot in there. So sound off in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to She's All Batch so you never miss an episode. We have more interviews coming your way. Some
Yeah.
are a little unexpected. Some may be repeat offenders who have tea
Mm.
to spill.
Yep.
So
When it rains, it pours,
it really
people.
does. Ain't that the truth? So hit the subscribe button, share this episode with someone that loves Goldens, loves Bachelor, and
Hmm.
we'll see you next time, bitches. Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Bye, bitches.